Are we going to see a non-quarterback MVP winner this season?
No. Look, I would love it. I would love it. But
I want so bad.
So I will say this. I made a case early in the year for why Tyreek could win it. And I think we will see a non-quarterback soon. What a lot of people don't realize is the MVP voting process changed last year. This is important because you heard for years, Russell Wilson has never even gotten an MVP vote. That was a whole topic on ESPN. And I was part of it one day. And I'll never forget this. Like Dan Graziano comes up to me after the segment. And he's like, hey, let me just tell you why Russell Wilson's never gotten an MVP vote. You only get to vote for one person. In most awards, like I'm an award, I vote for the Bolitnikoff Award in college football, best wide receiver. You vote for first, second, and third place. That's how most awards work. Until last year, the MVP award for the writers that were given a vote was as simple as one name. That's all you got. So it becomes impossible for the other guy to get enough votes. So sometimes in the Heisman Award, like, hey, this person got the most second place, got some first place. That's changed. And they changed that finally last year where now everybody submits their, I think it's top 5, but it might be top 3. But they submit more than one name. And as a result, I do think there's room for Tyreek Hill. If Tyreek had been healthy and he got into 2,000 yards, I think it would have been pretty undeniable this year. But the way Lamar has played, and it's not about the stats, like, it's just about the eye test of the number of times Lamar has made a play that nobody else can make in the world. I think Lamar has clearly shown at the end of the season that he's the MVP. So I think he's going to win it this year. But man, in a wide receiver dominated league, I think in the next couple of years, a wide receiver will win it simply because of the change in the MVP voting process.
And it's interesting because you think of the trickle down effect. And obviously McCaffrey was in talks about it. So you have to start with the quarterback. And if you do get multiple votes, you could trickle down to the running back. You can trickle down to the wide receiver when you vote for the quarterback. So that's really interesting to think about. I couldn't imagine just having one vote. That's kind of
like think about it. If I put Lamar number 1, but you put Brock Purdy number 1, and somebody else put Stack number 1, but we all put Tyreek Hill at number 2, Tyreek's going to get enough points that he's going to actually come up with. That was my logic midseason when he was on pace for 2,000 on why I thought he stood a chance. Unfortunately, injury derailed that, which I do mean unfortunately, because I would love to have seen a historic season really force voters to think outside the box. I know several MVP voters, and I do want to stress too, like, I respect the amount of weight the process has. Like, I think, and you covering baseball for years, you know this, like, most of the people that are honored enough to get a vote in a postseason award, man, it means something to the human being that has it. And there's some that mail it in, and those people should be weeded out. But like for years, I was a Grammy voter, and the process of voting, you can't vote in every category. You can only vote in some categories. And then you have to listen to everything, and you have to go into this special website. And like, I agonized over it. This year as a Bolitnikoff Award voter, I really struggle with Marvin Harrison versus Rome Odunze. And so I started aggregating information. I probably talked to 30 or 40 wide receivers that played in college or the NFL. And was like, I'm seeing this. What are you seeing? Because I want to make sure I'm not missing something. Like, these are things they remember for the rest of their life. So I think this misguided, like, people, they're just mailing. No, like, they care a lot about the MVP vote. I just wish that the result was varied so that people could see that more.
Yeah. I'm very blessed that I don't have to vote for any of those awards. I don't want that smoke. I do not want that.